When it comes to the holidays, I love having my family over. But each year I find myself envisioning sitting with my sister by a crackling fire, looking out over the perfectly snow-covered landscape, sipping our hot chocolates as we watch classic holiday movies, which would be great except for one problem. My sister hates holiday movies and hot chocolate. And this is an example of what I call the holiday expectations trap. And it's the reason so many of us end up feeling overwhelmed, disappointed, and frustrated by the holidays. So how can you navigate the holiday season with realistic expectations that actually tie you to what brings you joy, instead of getting lured year after year into the holiday happiness trap? Well, stick around, because I have 3 questions to ask yourself that will help you avoid it. Many of you have probably heard the quote, happiness equals reality minus expectations. And it turns out this is key to avoiding the holiday happiness trap. So let's start by first talking about expectations. Expectations are the beliefs that we hold about the future and how we think things should unfold. When it comes to the holiday, for many of us, those expectations tend to be overly positive and often unrealistic. And if this is true for you, don't beat yourself up. Think about it. We're bombarded with images of idyllic festivities, whether it's from our social media feeds or holiday advertisements. We scroll through and we see these pictures of people in matching PJs, perfectly wrapped presents, and beautifully set tables. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with capturing these beautiful moments and memories. The key is to remember that what we and others often don't post are the videos of all the bickering in the kitchen as the meals are getting prepared, or the sullen teenager that you just had to fight with because they refused to smile for the matching family PJ picture. Life is constantly changing, and rarely do things go as we wish they would, which makes managing holiday expectations a crucial strategy. So I want you to try reflecting on these 3 questions to keep your expectations in check. Question number 1. What specific images or hopes about the holidays are you currently holding on to? And personally, as someone who loves traditions, I found the first few Christmases we had after my mom passed really hard, because I wanted everything to stay the same and be like it was when she was here. Often it's not until we check in with ourselves that we realize that we're holding an impossible set of standards or desires. Which leads to question number 2. Do your expectations consider the unique circumstances and the dynamics of your friends and family? For most of us, some of our holidays go more smoothly than others, and while aiming for an enjoyable experience is definitely helpful, we need to equally acknowledge that there are often tensions within families. And when your happiness is based on expectations that you hold of other people, particularly when those expectations negate past experiences that have proven to you time and time again that your expectations are unrealistic, the result is almost always disappointment, anger, and resentment. The unfortunate truth is that you don't have control over uncontrollable events, such as the weather or the moods of your family members. What you can do is control how you communicate your expectations to others, which takes us to question number 3. Have you communicated openly with your family and friends about your hopes and plans for the holidays? If expectations get us into trouble, then unexpressed expectations are a disaster waiting to happen. There are a few benefits of sharing our expectations out loud. First, when you say things out loud, it often helps you assess how realistic those expectations actually are. In truth, it wasn't until I did this video that I realized I was holding on to this unrealistic vision of Christmas Eve movie night with my sister. Secondly, it allows others to feel included and be prepared and voice their own hopes, desires, and perspectives. And it is worth noting that no matter how much you communicate and try to be realistic, rarely will things go as planned. And while those imperfect moments may not make for the best social media posts, they do often make for the best memories. This holiday season, shift your energy away from perfection and towards genuine well-being. Navigate holiday festivities with a realistic understanding of what brings you and your loved ones joy. By asking these 3 questions and accepting reality as it is, it'll be easier to avoid the holiday happiness expectations trap and embrace what truly matters to you. If you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any in the future.